Hey there. How y'all doing this fine morning? This is Data coming at you from inside my tent because for the first time in my backpacking experience, I'm going to be packing up a wet tent. So this will be a unique backpacking experience for me. Yeah, it's 3,500 feet of ascending over 9.5 miles, and it is basically a small climb in the morning, and then for the rest of the day, one big long climb. I got rain gear. I got a pack cover and an umbrella and a raincoat, and I need to dry some condensation off the inside of the tent, but overall the Durston held up really well. But now I'm gonna fix some breakfast and get ready to get moving here. So hope you're all having a good morning, and I'll see you on up the trail. Well, folks, I'm on the trail this morning at 6:30, and as you can see, I can't even show you anything because it is pitch black. So this is me exiting the Priest Wilderness in the George Washington National Forest, and it's a really old Appalachian Trail sign here. So I've reached the Tye River Suspension Bridge, which is a really beautiful suspension bridge, but since I got such an early start today, I don't think I can get enough light on it. So I've now made it to the start of the Three Ridges Wilderness in the George Washington National Forest. Well, the sun has finally risen. I was able to shed the light about 15 minutes ago. I shed the puffy about half an hour ago. To my surprise, I've covered 1.5 miles in the first hour uphill. So just a note to my future self, climbs that are 500 feet per mile or less, I can climb up, straight up, without too many breaks, as long as I keep an even pace. Well, folks, I have made it to the top of the first climb of the day. It's about 1,200 feet of ascending, and it is now 8 o'clock, so that's in an hour and a half. That's pretty good for me. I'm not going to the Maupin Field Shelter because that's where I'm going to end up today, but that's kind of a shortcut around this next climb I'm doing, and I want to do the climb up the Three Ridges even in the bad weather. So I'm actually headed to the Harper's Creek Shelter, which is off here to my left. I thought something might be up when I saw a blue blaze instead of this white blaze. That is about the third time in the last week and a half when I have headed 15 or 20 feet down a trail and realized that I was on the wrong trail. Fortunately, the Appalachian Trail is very nicely marked. So I'm just a couple of tenths of a mile out from the Harper's Creek Shelter, and if I had to bet, that's Harper's Creek right down there. So far, knock wood, on the way to the shelter, the rain has held off, although so there's the Harper's Creek Shelter, where I just spent about an hour taking a nice break, having a second breakfast, and also visiting with a couple of folks, which is why I didn't shoot any video. And now I begin the climb in earnest up to Three Ridges. So I have about 6.5 miles to go at about 500 to 700 feet per mile. So basically 6 hours or 5 or 6 hours of climbing. Straight up the side to Three Ridges and then over it to another shelter. The weather has cleared up a little bit. It's still very overcast, but it's not nearly as threatening storm as it was earlier. I have enough water to get up the climb.
And over it, I ate a pretty hearty second breakfast. Since it's only about 500 or 600 feet per mile, I should be able to do this at about a 1 mile an hour pace, but we'll see. This will be a good test of what kind of condition I'm in after a couple of weeks on trail. So it's 11:30 and I had made it to Chimney Rock, and I'm headed up the Three Ridges, which might be that big mountain right there, but I'm not sure. I have quite a view from up here, even with the cloud cover. I'm not sure how well it'll show up on camera because of the cloud cover, but for a hiker's viewpoint, it's quite magnificent. Well, I am almost to Three Ridges, and this is the viewpoint I have now down across that same valley that I was looking at a couple of hours ago, but now from about 3,600 or more feet of elevation. I'm going to hike on to the Maupin Shelter, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going to spend the night. Well, I have ascended Three Ridges summit, and there are a lot of nice camping sites up here if you could put up with the wind, but 2.5 miles of descending to the Maupin Shelter, and I think that's going to be the night. The Three Ridges Wilderness Area, though, is some legitimate wilderness area. I have seen, even on a Sunday, only 7 or 8 other people. And the climb up northbound, up and over Three Ridges, was just a torturous, like 3-mile rock crawl. Again, it was a lot of fun, but it was very slow going. Now the climb down off the other side, I'm on right now, it's been very cruisy. There isn't really a good place to stop and pitch a tent beyond Maupin Shelter for at least 3 or 4 miles, and I've about had it. The hike over Three Ridges northbound, all the rock crawling stuff really took it out of me. Well, even in the last mile of my day, the Appalachian Trail planners had to throw one last climb at me, which I have just summited. Now I got a half mile downhill to the shelter. How you doing, Nellie? Where's Mushroom? Nellie and Mushroom are my new friends I met at the shelter earlier today. Mushroom is finishing up her 2023 through hike, and Nellie is her trail dog. Nellie is a handsome trail dog, even for just being a puppy. So there, ladies and gentlemen, is my home for the night. Bear pole and all. This is the Maupin Field Shelter, and I've only gone like 9 or 10 miles today. Nice big fire pit. I'm here early enough I might be able to start a fire if it doesn't rain. Picnic table, of course. Even got a little cooking shelf. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Walked in past the pit toilet of a privy, so that's actually a lot nicer than a moldering privy. And there's a water source, creek right behind the shelter. Well, this is my next to last night on trail, and this is my last night at a shelter. So I went ahead and made myself a fire, as you can see. And so I don't know if the fire is going to survive if we get a cloudburst or not, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it in the time I have it. And it's warming me up a little bit because it's gotten a little chilly this evening. It's about 6 o'clock, so I'll probably go to bed in about an hour. I have a couple of days of about 10 miles apiece. I think it's like 9 and 11 left. Not a great deal of climbing or too much difficulty, so I should be able to enjoy it. And I think the weather is supposed to cooperate also, so I won't have to worry about that too much. I'm just going to spend my last evening at a shelter enjoying the fire I've started. I hope you all had as good a day as I did, and I think I'm going to sign off for now.